2 and 2. Yes. Most times when you drive, you get knowledge and you get ideas. And sometimes those ideas are wonderful. Wonderful ideas. Have you ever noticed none of these black leaders that is speaking about our people, the black people, have you ever noticed they have no plan for their people? Have you ever noticed they have no plan for their people? All they're doing is talking. Talking, talking, talking. And do you know how long they have been talking? They have been talking for a very long time. Since the time of Marcus Garvey. That's how long these black leaders have been talking. And nothing have been done. Nothing have been done by these people. Nothing. They're talking the same stories. They have been speaking about the same stories for a long time. And nothing have been done. And they still be on the white man back as the blue-eyed devil. I'm asking myself this question: what is wrong with our people? Why we cannot use our brains just like the white men or the Chinese or the Indian? What is wrong? Nothing is wrong with us. So why can't we do like the white men? Why can't we do like them? Instead of sitting by the byways and highways with a non-production mind, we should be doing something, thinking how can we get the land from them? How can we get the grains from them that they store up? They store up all these grains. And we can't get these grains to plant. And if we do get the grains to plant, then we have no land. So my question is, what's going to happen? Because all these leaders are talking bullshit. They're not talking anything of structure. Don't take my word. Don't take my word for it. Just watch all of them that is talking in YouTube or television. Just listen to them. Not one of them is trying to get our people together. Not a single one. Have you ever noticed that? I sure I'm not the only one noticed that. None of these guys are trying to get the black people together. All they're doing is talking bullshit. Bullshit they're talking. And not a single soul seem like they're not paying attention. Seem like they are not paying attention to all these guys that is talking bullshit. I'm out of the freeway. Yes, none of them are not paying attention because they're still going to their organization, and you can see many people gather there, but really nothing taking place. If you really think about it, absolutely nothing. Nothing is taking place with our people. If you drive on the street, you see them on the side highway and the byways. Some of them are filthy. Some of them lose their sense of direction. Some of them lose their thought. And nothing is going on. Nothing is going on. So what I'm saying to my people, we need to wake up. Wake up and stop let these men and women that call themselves leaders stop playing games with your thought and your mind and your idea. Stop let they do that. Because they're not saying anything of structure. Listen to me, black people. They are not saying anything of structure. Not enough structure. All they're doing is taking you a few dollars. But you got to remember, if you got 1,000 people in your congregation and they give you $5, that's $5,000 you have right there. $5,000. And if later on they come back, same 5,000, and they give you $2, that's another $2,000 there. So you make $7,000 for the day. Some of them pick up 4 plates. Plate for the deacon, plate for the ushers, plate for the church, and another plate for the minister. We know those buildings don't need to do any repair every month or every week. We know that. But you know that, they're bullshitting you. And if they're bullshitting you, you can't move on. It's like working into a dead-end job. A dead-end job. Making $400 a week. And your rent is $1,000 a month. And you got 4 kids. And the father is not there as a mother. or the mother is not there, has a father, and he's taking care of all them 4 kids and making $400 a week, and he didn't learn a trade. It's called a dead-end job under the freeway. Yes. So what I'm saying, if we don't wake up, we're going to be messed up. Because nothing going on really with our people. Nothing going on with our people. The ministers, they wear nice. Look, I had a minister came to my home and he wanted an apartment. When he looked into the apartment, he told me he cannot take the apartment because the closet is not big enough. Because he wears a new suit every Sunday. And he's not a minister, he's an assistant minister. He said the church bought him a suit every Sunday. And a new pair of shoes. This guy have sugar diabetes. And if you look at him, I said, that's a shame. So they're getting a lot of money in those church. And they use it on the one they call deacon and assistant pastor and all of that. Because you know why they're doing that? Some of them are in the homosexual business. So they can share the money that they get as a donation so these guys can look good like them. And I call it a secret society. As I said, my dad owned churches and he will buy clothes for the deacon and the guys who can preach real good. He buy them clothes. On some of the ladies that preach good, they call them mothers. He gave those ladies pocket money. I am the one that take the money to those ladies in a envelope. I didn't know what it was. I thought he's sending them a note like trying to tell them something in the letter. When I realized it was money, I take money to his sister, to his brother, to his cousin, to his best friends in envelope. And that's what they do. If you don't think they do that, you're wasting time. They do a lot of stuff that you don't know that they're doing. They go away to strange land. They meet man, they meet woman, they have dates, they go to hotels. I caught him into a big hotel one time. You know, you're not supposed to be in the hotel. What a minister is going to do in a hotel? He's not having conference. He's not having gathering. And he's in the hotel by himself. What do you think he's doing? Ladies and gentlemen, you gotta stop being a fool. Stop being a fool. A minister going to a hotel with another individual and they are not members of his church, stop being a fool. These men and women are crazy, are trying to call upon the name of God. Stop wasting time with these people. Put up your $2 let's use the word God. God doesn't need any money. God doesn't need no food. God doesn't need no water. God doesn't need any clothes. He needs none of that, because he's an invisible God. Let's use that word, invisible, because there is no man born alive saw this God. If you go to the story of the Bible, it's all messed up. It's messed up. So you don't want to hang with the story of the Bible, because that is going to take you to another dimension. It's symbolic. It's not a true story. If you go to the New Testament, it's worse. All these people that is following the man you call named Jesus, which I said there's nobody born named Jesus, and they can't get it into their thick skull. There's nobody born named Jesus. And all the people that follow him, nobody can identify any grave of none of these people that follow the man you call named Jesus. Not one grave to identify any of these people. The members, or is the apostles? None of them. Barabbas? None of them. So you don't go there. If you go to the Old Testament, you can't find any grave of all these people. All these people, you can't find a grave. David, Moses, Goliath, Samson, Solomon, none of them you can find a grave. So what I'm saying, something is wrong. These people have families. They got mothers and fathers and sisters and brothers. Don't think these people just came in existence without family. They born from a woman, and they have fathers, they have sisters, they have brothers, and they have children. No, we got to stop being silly and wake up and understand that all these stories are made up story under the white man rule, because they changed the story of the scroll. Don't think the white man doesn't have any sense. Don't you think that way? Don't think they just gained their senses a few years back. They're all the one that changed names of places and changed names of people. So don't think that they don't have any sense. Okay? Don't think they don't have any sense and they don't know to use their brains. And when you start to criticize them, you got to remember what they do. You got to remember, they are the one that change names of places and change name of people. I don't care where it is. They are the one that did that. They are the one that make words up for the English language. They are the one that take the German words and change it to the English word. They are the one that take the French words or the French letters and combine them together and make up an English word. So what we are saying sometimes maybe doesn't make any sense, because they are the one that change things. So when you call them blue-eyed devil, you're messing up. We need to find our way out of things so we can have a race of people. We can have a nation of people instead of going around and talking bullshit every day. I'm tired of these people talking crazy stuff. You go to the Caribbean, nobody's not getting together. You come to the United States, it's the same. You go to Africa, it's the same. The place they call Africa, because you know the name have been changed. So the people are not gathering like a flock. And if the people gather as a flock, they have no shepherd. Because these shepherds are money hungry son of a gun. Smokers, alcoholic drinker, heroin user, and then they come and tell you they are holy man of God. They are holy man of God when they do all these crazy stuff. Go to prison for homosexual, rape, wife beating, and then they're going to say they're holy man of God. Have you ever noticed all these people? Seem like God always use all these messed up people to call upon his name. We're just using the word God as example, because that word is not an original word. It's not derived from the language of Africa or the Aramaic. That word doesn't derive from the Aramaic. No matter what you talk to me about, you can't show me the word God in there. The word G-O-D. You can't show me that word in the Aramaic language. So don't come talk to me about some bullshit stuff. You're calling on some great divine power that created all things. Make the universe as what you're saying. And we all, look, we got a whole Bible, as you call it, Bible. We got old scrolls, and them scrolls didn't write from left to right. They're all written from right to left, with no division. And you go there and change all that stuff up and divide up all the words. I know you're going to tell me shit. I don't know what I'm saying, because you divide my grandfather language. You divide up the words. So I don't know if the word is right or the word is wrong, until we can find them scrolls with them same writing from right to left with no division. If you can't find that and talk to me through those scrolls, I don't want to hear a goddamn thing you're saying. Nothing. Because it's wrong. How you don't know it's wrong? Because you cannot understand what I'm saying. And if you cannot understand, as the Rasta men will say, overstand, you're going to be messed up. The scroll, they're written from right to left with no division. Can you hear me or can you understand me? The European went in there and they take those scrolls and they write them from left to right with division, and they break all the words. The tradition of my people, we write from right to left with no division. That was our tradition. We don't write division words. So what I'm saying to you, that's the way it was. And when the black men start read from them scroll, then I can understand him. But when he start reading from them Bibles, and he don't know what he's saying most of the time, I don't want to hear nothing he's saying. Because they're reading from verse to verse and from chapter to chapter. One chapter, they take a verse out of that chapter. Second chapter, they take a verse out of that chapter. So I don't want to hear what they're saying. Now, peace, respect. See, I'm driving and talking. Pick up feed for my animals. So, I talk to you some more time. Respect. I'm out of here.